Hello students! Today we're working on building the asynchronous assignment for November 12th, and it is the circle looking part here that uses a revolve. It has a hole in the middle and it's revolved around the axis. It's not too hard to make. There are a couple different ways to do it. I'm going to show you how I did it. Let's just take a look first at the dimensions. The total length here is 4 inches. This bigger part here is 2 inches. Each of these other circles is 1 inches on the surface. And the radius of each circle, the hole in the middle is 2 inches, the diameter of the hole in the middle is 2 inches. The diameter of the next circle is 4 inches, 6 inches, and then 8 inches. So it goes up by 2 inches each. So let's just take a look at how we could possibly build this thing and get it to revolve into that cool little shape. So I'm going to go on to Onshape here. There we are, and I'm going to start in a new part in Onshape. So I'll title it 11-12-20 Asynchronous with my last name so that I know who built this part. And I'm going to start with a sketch right here. I'm going to select the sketch on the front plane. So that tells me that I'm building my sketch right on the front plane. And for me, it's easier to do that if I can see the front plane straight on. So I'm going to move it so that I can see the front plane straight on by clicking this front box right here. And that's going to move my drawing so that I'm looking straight on at the front plane. I'm going to go back and look at my dimensions again, just so I can see them here. The total height from the center line here up to the very top of my part, that says that that circle has a diameter of 8 inches, so that means it's got a radius of 4. So I'm going to build from this center line here to the top with a radius of 4 inches. So I'm going to build 4 inches up, and then this section here is 2 inches over, 1 inch down, 1 inch over, 1 inch down, 1 inch over, and then 2 inches down at the end. So I'm going to rebuild this sort of cross section here, and then going to revolve the whole thing around the axis. So let me go back into Onshape and show you what I mean. I said a lot there, but it won't be too hard once you see exactly what I mean. So I'm going to start my sketch with a line, and I'm going to stick that line right here to the origin. You know, the cursor turns orange, sticks to the origin, and I'm going to build it up 4 inches. So I'm just going to click the button there and select that height to be 4 inches. And that's off my sketch there, so I'm going to zoom that out a little bit. That's 4 inches. And then this line here at a 90-degree angle was 2 inches. So let me click that and select that to be 2 inches. And then this was down 1 inch. Make that 1 inch. Select. And then from there it was over 1 inch. Just going to click the button there. Make that 1 inch. And then from there down another 1 inch. I think there was one more. This way, 1 inch. And that means this one's got to come down. It's 2 inches. I'm going to bring it all the way back. Now I've got that cross section drawn. And I know I went through that kind of fast. You should be able to reverse that and see it again, or rewind it. 4 inches up, 2 inches over, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, and then 2 inches down, and connect the whole piece. So let me just click that and move this around so that I can see it. Bring it back to where it's. Now you can see that I've got that sideways sketch there, that surface sketch. And I'm going to revolve it now. I'm going to press the Revolve tool. And I'm going to revolve this sketch, just like we did in class. I'm going to revolve it around this line as its axis. And there we have the whole revolution of the part. Perfect. So that's got that whole revolved part in there. Now I need to cut that hole in the middle. So back to my diagram here. That hole in the middle had a diameter of 2 inches, and it was concentric. It was right in the middle there. So it's got a diameter of 2 inches. So let me go back to my Onshape, and I want to draw a hole. Draw it right here on this plane because I want it to go through the middle. So I'm going to draw it there. And once again, I'm going to move so that I can see that directly on. I want to draw a circle starting at the origin with a diameter of 2 inches. So I can get it close and then set it to be exactly 2 inches. Good. Click that, and then I'm going to extrude that right here. I'm going to extrude it to remove it. I'm going to remove it all the way. It should be 4 inches back. And there you go. You should cut the hole right in there. Now there are a couple different ways to do this. This I think is the easiest way based on the diagram that I gave you. So hopefully you can see how that works and you can make that happen. If you have questions, go back and watch the video again. And if you have questions, bring them up to me in class and I can do my best to help. That's your asynchronous assignment for 11/12/20.